Welcome back to the show. I'm your host Javier, and I have my friend here. Whoops, sorry. My God, my friend Ben.
Hello, welcome back, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, we had a little
Welcome
technical.
back to the show.
We had a little technical difficulty in the beginning.
A little?
It was a little.
Okay, sure.
I had to. Oh my gosh, I hate. Well, because I use all my SD cards for a lot of things, and I forget which ones I've used, and so I had to reformat.
Don't you label them?
No, I have this little case that holds all my SD cards with like the mini SD cards, the regular ones. But no, I get it. Like you label them.
I actually have a label maker. I invested in one, and I would store my SD cards in like a special little binder, and I'd have to label what they were used for so I can keep track. Because it's kind of like the equivalent of having CDs. If you don't write on them, you're not going to remember what the hell that's for.
Yeah, no, I just had to, because like I put one SD card in, and it said time remaining 35 seconds. I was like, what's going on? So I reformatted it. I put it back into the recorder. It still didn't work. So I tried a different mini SD card, and now it worked. So looks like the time is still going. We're at past 2 minutes now, so we're fine there.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Geek Talk with Javi and Benjamin.
Yep. Make sure you reformat your stuff, or at least make sure you save your stuff before you reformat it.
That's just a good thing for anybody who has a project, regardless of what it is. Save it.
Yeah, even
do not trust the computer to do its job. You save that. If it's very important to you, you hold on to it for dear life.
Yeah, because like once you reformat it or just you think it's saved, at least double save it, like get in.
Yeah, because once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
It's gone.
My cousin's wife had her term paper on her computer, and then there was a blackout, which happens a lot in New York, and she lost like 40 plus pages of work. This was a long time ago. Granted, computers have been upgraded since then, but still, that's a nightmare and a half.
Was it an essay or what?
This was for her college, her college paper to graduate.
Oh, yeah. That happened to me one time in college, too. I had to write an essay for some class, and at the time, we didn't have iCloud, and...
really?
I think it was starting to come out, iCloud, but I accidentally deleted this document I needed to return in. I was like, oh no. Like I had to rewrite the whole thing all over again.
Killing it.
Yeah. But yeah, like if you have an assignment in college, high school, just to email it to your teacher. Don't just save it in your computer or whatever. Yeah. Just email it.
Because it's protecting it's protecting your ass. Because I can't imagine being a teacher, because I can't imagine how many students have told them like, oh, sorry, I thought I sent it to you. Oh, sorry, I didn't save it. Oh, sorry. Like so many excuses like that. They don't care. They don't believe you anyway.
Right.
Because I was a student who came up with a lot of those excuses. Well, I mean, I was not the best student in high school. In college, I was a pretty good student.
But not high school.
High school, no. What does that mean?
I'm just agreeing with you.
Oh, I thought you were coming for me.
No.
All right.
I wasn't the best student either.
I know.
I only focused on the main classes I liked, which was like film and photography.
Right. I can't say much. I was a culinary student, but looking back, I wish I had taken more classes in different fields just to get more of an understanding of things under my belt.
Right. What was I gonna say? I hate. Well, when we went to college, I hate that we had to take special requirements for the next class. Like, I get it, science, math, English, whatever is important, but it doesn't have to be important for that subject,
I kind of understood why they did it, though. I wasn't a big fan of it either. Because, like, some of them were just like, why do I need to know this if I'm just going to cook?
Right. Yeah.
But as an adult, I use a lot more of what I learned in college than I was expecting, especially in like the classes that I was excited to take.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it kind of pushed me back a little. Like I did graduate and everything, and I took the classes I wanted, required classes to even pass. So I did have to do that.
Yeah. I mean, to me, the required classes weren't that annoying, because at least they were like, I think it's just that like teachers in college really enjoy what they teach, so it makes it all the more better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not torturous to learn these things.
Yeah, well, I guess I could just say this, like, so if you could change anything, like if you could change anything from the past, what would you do?
There's a lot I'd like to change. But I guess if we're still talking college, I'd like to go for I would have gone for a different degree.
Like what?
Probably social worker. Social worker?
Really?
Yeah. I'm from the system. I know my brothers and sisters grew up in the foster care system, and I'd really like to be able to be an advocate and a voice for people who don't have one.
What is that like? What does a social worker do? Like besides like being a voice for someone?
So a social worker, in a sense, pretty much helps families and pretty much, it's hard to explain what a social worker does. I guess it depends on your view of a social worker. I guess I'd want to be a child social worker, so I would work with kids who are not necessarily in the best situations. Maybe they're in an aggressive home or having issues with a family member that have led to, typically kids who are in need of a social worker are having issues within their home.
Yeah.
And I'd like to be able to be a voice to help them advocate for themselves and figure out what's going on. Because a lot of kids don't really have much of a voice in their life, regardless of what's happening around them. People just treat them as like kids, and it'd be nice to be like, hey, this is what he's trying to say or she's trying to say is happening, so maybe we should listen to them because they're in this situation.
Right. I think if I could go back, you know what? It's hard because I actually really like this field that I'm in, but maybe I would go back and I don't know.
Would you want to go for something more of a?
Because I've been
when you graduate, you have a job.
Well, because I've been really
because that's one of the things that freaks me out about film industry is that there's no guarantee you're going to work.
I mean, I've been really thinking about actually going back to college, but maybe in the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because like, I like.
Would you go for something in film or something different?
No, something in film for a different like field of it. Because like there's like directing, producing, acting, lighting, gear, like all those different things, and I think there's more work to be done in the behind the scenes of things like moving sets around, sound design, makeup, costumes. Like I actually worked on Stranger Things on the last episode. I was working on in the costume department, and our job was.
What did you do?
I was trying to get there.
All right.
Our job was to give these kids props. So they already had their costume on. They looked like they were from the 60s, 70s era, you know how it's set. And so our job was just to give these kids like props like glasses, hats, Walkmans even, and backpacks from back then. But it was so cool because it was so fun to see these props and what they use, and like when you actually see like the show, like it's so cool to see that you worked on that or you propped this kid or whatever, you know, because like there's not that much appreciation behind those departments, you know. Like
that is accurate.
Like
it is kind of underrated.
Yeah, like we like say, oh my god, that main actress or the actor, and it was so cool, but like you should also give like props, pun intended, to the props department.
Boo.
Oh, come on, that was funny.
Meh.
That was funny.
Meh.
But I mean, yeah, like
no, but you're right.
You should get more.
When it comes to film, sorry.
No, go ahead.
When it comes to film, there's so much that happens around it. Like you only see the actor, you only see the finished product, but holy crap, the amount of work it took to get there is insane.
Yeah, And like when I was working on that set, actually, I don't know what episode they were on. I think they were on the last one or something. But
The final season of it.
yeah, well, I can't even like say what it is or what happened, but like it we were there from 5 in the morning till maybe 12 at night.
That's a long day for a kid
Yeah,
and you.
and yeah, so, yeah, like these kids are like hard workers, and plus like the background actors as well. They couldn't stay for long because you can't really work kids under 18 like a limit. Like I think like 6 hours the day,
Yeah, there's a limit.
and but kids over
Did
the
you get to
age.
meet any of the actors from Stranger Things, or not really?
I met. Well, I didn't actually meet them, but I saw Millie Bobby Brown,
Oh,
and then oh
are
no,
you on Google looking them up?
yeah, there we go. I met. Let's see, Noah as well. Noah. I can't say his last name. I'm not gonna try.
Okay.
Noah.
Are you a fan of the show?
I am fan of the show. Yes, I've seen all 3 seasons. But you know what the funny thing is? It is
Okay.
that like I was watching all 3 seasons, and
Hmm.
I'd never thought in my life I would work on that show. Like I was like,
Really?
what? Where did this come from? Like I was just sitting in my room watching Stranger Things, and out of the blue, I like a couple months later or a couple months ago, I was working on Stranger Things. I was like, what the heck? But it was so fun to see these kids like Millie, Noah, Finn was there as well, and the no Noah and Finn are pretty tall kids.
Really?
Yeah.
So, with
Um,
the series coming to an end, how do you feel about it?
Stranger Things.
Yes.
I
Because they are on their final season will be released on Netflix this year.
Yes. Yes. Season 4.
Five.
5 or 4?
Five.
5. Okay. Yeah. I knew that.
No, you didn't, but okay.
um, you know what the sad part is, and I don't know if I can even talk about this. Like I know it's like personal to them, but I believe it was Noah that I saw emotionally start crying, and like it's so sad for these kids because they worked so hard on this show. Everyone on that show worked so hard, and I saw everyone
Yeah.
be very emotional, giving hugs and everything, and like, oh, it's so heartwarming to see. Like everyone works so hard, hours and hours on this show, and like when I literally heard that's a wrap, we are done for the show. I had goosebumps honestly, and then I wasn't even like a part of like in the show. I was working on set, but I had goosebumps when I heard that.
Mm.
Like it's just, as I don't know, it just blew my mind away.
It's very interesting when the show ends
Yes.
because it's, especially if you look at a show like Big Bang Theory that was on for over 10 years.
Right.
Like Jim Parsons, who plays Sheldon, said that was the hardest, most heartbreaking thing he's ever done in his life. And honestly, I can understand why. Like, that is your family. You are with them day in, day out on good days and bad days for a very, very long time. And when shows end, those actors move on. So does this entire crew, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's like college. It's like anything coming to an end. It's sad, but sometimes it's for the best. Like, I like Stranger Things. I think it's a good show. I'm not a super fan, but I'm kind of glad that they got to end it on their terms.
Right. And these kids are very young too. Like I think I don't know how if they could handle more of it, you know. Maybe they could. I don't know. But they're pretty young, and I think giving them a break at this age will be pretty good for them.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen child actors who have been in the spotlight since they were babies. I think these kids are going to be fine, and I think they're all going to go on to have good careers. At least I hope so, because they're really talented.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of sad to see a show end because actually yesterday I just finished watching Supernatural.
Oh, what? You just finished?
Yeah, it took me a while to finish it.
Well, I mean, okay, controversial opinion.
Uh-huh.
There are shows that I feel like dragged on for way, way too long.
Uh-huh.
And Supernatural is definitely one of them.
Yeah, I think it was like 15 seasons.
Oh God, too many.
Yeah, I think the max on
Too
every
many.
show should be at least 10.
I stopped watching after like the first couple seasons after it just because it used to be interesting when they would hunt like different creatures in the beginning, like the Wendigo or Leonora.
Yeah.
But then it just became a demon battle, and I'm just like, I could watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer if I want to see that shit.
Oh, yeah.
I just was like, I'm done.
No, but it was so sad. Like, it's like, even though I didn't watch it consistently, like I watched it when I could, like just to see these characters finish their big roles and everything. It's so sad because you have nothing else to watch. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to watch now.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to watch.
I mean, I could watch probably Inventing Anna. I think that's a new show that just came out on Netflix. What else did I watch? I watched you know what you should watch?
Shoot.
The Tinder Swindler.
Too late.
Oh, you watched it? Or you didn't?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
I enjoyed it.
Oh my God, it was like, it took you into a huge journey, and like, it was, I know it was a documentary, but it felt like it was just like a movie.
It was very, very visceral and very engaging. But I was just like, I cannot stop watching this.
Yeah, I guess my friend recommended me to watch Inventing Anna, and I think it's kind of similar to it, according to her, but I'll probably watch that. We have nothing else to watch.
I mean, there's a lot. Are you into like Jap porn shows at all?
Jap what?
Well, okay, here's my question. What do you like to watch?
I like to watch. I like to watch anything, honestly, that catches my eye. I'm not a fan of horror films, but
what?
I'm not a fan of horror films, but if it has a good story to it, let me see if I can find this thing real quick. Because like if it has a good continuous story, then I'll continue to watch it, even though it scares me.
Fair enough.
Okay, like where is it? What's it called? Okay, like I guess like The Quiet Place, like it continues on, and it wasn't that scary, but like I love movies that continue on, like even Split as well.
Oh, Split.
I actually haven't even watched the second one.
I like.
You don't like it?
I think it had its really, really strong moments, but at the end, I was just kind of, I guess I'd say underwhelmed. I think I had maybe higher expectations that weren't met, so maybe I should just like went in there with a completely open mind. Quiet Place was brilliant, though.
Oh, here it is. I can't. Okay, I'm not gonna say this right. Insidious.
Insidious.
Yeah.
Oh, the horror film.
Yeah. Like,
that was creepy.
Like, yeah, it was. It scared me a lot, but I liked it because it continued on with the story, and I kept watching them though because I'm not a huge fan of horror, like I said, but I kind of liked it. It hooked me.
It's only one of the shows that movies that will really grab you.
Right.
Big question.
Are you sleeping in this show?
Squid Games.
What about it?
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
What do you think?
Oh my God, it was so intense. Like, honestly, I didn't know what to expect. I always watch the trailer before I watch the show, and I didn't know what to expect. Like, each second of that show was so intense. Like, you couldn't stop staring at the screen. Like, you want to know what happens. And I literally binge watched the whole thing in one day because I wanted to see what would happen.
That was when, me and my fiance watched the show together, having almost no expectations of what was going to happen because we just heard about it. But when we started watching, oh my God. That show is intense.
Yeah.
And I love it purely because they don't depend on a ton of graphics or a ton of like computer animation bullshit. They just depend on good acting and like being enthralled in the story. And yeah, you can't take. I was hooked.
Yeah.
I was hooked.
I can't wait for season 2. Like,
I know.
like,
But
oh
I'm
my
also
God.
maybe a little bit biased. I have watched Train to Busan, Home, Squid Games, and I'm almost done with the zombie show that they have out now. But I just love Korean films and Korean writing, Korean shows. No, I like it because there's something very different about like Asian, about how they operate. Like so much of American media and films and TV shows depend upon having star quality. And I don't always think that translates to being a good film or a good show.
Did you watch it in English or in their language?
Oh, I watched it in Korean.
Oh, okay.
If it's just like if it's a show that was not made here, I feel like I'm missing a lot if I do like English dubbed version of it. Like I'll just read the subtitles.
Yeah, and like you said, like they're not depending on superstars or main actors, you know, like
No, they're just depending on really good
acting,
storytelling.
right?
And I think that's something that's really missing from a lot of films today.
Yeah, and it was very original. I don't know. I'm assuming it's an original show, right?
Squid Games?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's original.
Yeah, so it's like very original and new. Like I think we needed something new. I felt like we've had almost the same thing over and over again, and I think this was like a refresher, like a new thing.
Oh, completely. We have so much cookie cutter, repetitive things, and it's just like, oh, give me a break. I want something different.
Yeah, like
and this show delivered that.
Yeah, we have the same thing again that came out, which was the Batman.
I mean, not to say that when you have this, people are loving it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'll probably go see it next week.
I mean,
honestly.
I don't see anything wrong with doing the same thing over and over again, as long as you keep it interesting. And I think that's where a lot of people are kind of fading off with a lot of, because it's not interesting. Like the Batman films, yes, they're kind of the same formulaic thing, but the villains are what keep people enthralled.
It's a storytelling. It's something new that brings you in.
Like you have to keep it interesting, and I think that's the problem with a lot of films today. It's just there's nothing really interesting about them. I mean, take the new Jennifer Lopez movie, for example.
Uh-huh.
Dear God, it has been advertised everywhere.
Wait, which one?
Marry Me.
Oh, that one. Okay. I have not seen that one yet.
You're not missing much.
By the way, we did have someone comment.
Oh.
So, okay, remember last episode or the first episode we were talking about the trick of the measuring pants?
What?
Remember when we were talking about pants, like measuring your waist?
Yeah.
So someone said that the elbow trick for measuring pants isn't stupid, but bringing your own measuring tape is stupid. Using the elbow thing, because okay, no, who brings a measuring tape with them?
I mean, have you been to any professional fitting?
No, who has?
I have.
Oh well, good for you. we don't have that here, so I don't know where you go.
I mean, I know, Jesus. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. I mean, to me, everybody's different.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, like, what store has measuring tapes? Like, well, not where I live. There's no store that has that.
Well, I mean, I've never really been to one where I had to know my measurements. Most of them I just like, I mean, I shop at Walmart and Target and shit like that. Like, I know my measurements before I go in. But yeah. I totally forgot about the pants thing.
But yeah, no, that was funny, though.
No, whatever. Thank you for the advice.
So, wait, what were you saying? I think we were talking about this before, too. What has changed from our childhood growing up till now, like, for modern music?
Oh, right. We were going to talk about that. Oh, let's get into it.
Okay, go ahead.
I think it's just the same thing the same issue I have with most films and TV shows today. There's nothing really original. Mm-hmm. Like, one of the biggest stars on the planet is Olivia Rodrigo right now, and I listen to Sour, and it's just kind of, you could take every single song on the album and blend them together and get a 3-minute song, and that's it. It's just kind of like, I get that a lot of songs sing about love and breaking up and all that other stuff, but to me, it's just boring. Why? Because it's the same goddamn thing. Why would I want to hear the same song sung different ways over and over and over and over?
So, has it changed or no?
Maybe just I may have an unbiased opinion because I think music for me hit differently when I was a kid. Because we had a little bit more variety in what we could hear. Because I mean, nowadays you turn on the radio, you hear the same 5 songs over and over and over and over and over again. Same for childhood, but like, I don't know, like I've listened to artists of today, and there are some really creative artists out there that come up with really original thoughts, ideas, and music. But the ones that are insanely popular, to me, don't really have much edge.
Yeah, I think I liked music back then than I do now. I mean, artists, I guess, they have good music now too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but we had.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they don't.
Right, and I think back then we had more ways to listen to new music.
Yeah.
And right now, I mean, with like social media and everything, like it's kind of played again multiple times, and it does get annoying, but like it's a great way to put your music out.
I mean, with artists today, like, can you name a band or artist that you like that's kind of recent or current?
I guess the big song that came out was Charlie Puth's Light Switch.
Oh.
What?
Nothing.
You
Continue.
You don't like him?
I like Charlie Puth. I like Light Switch. You know what the problem is for me?
What? The video?
If I've heard a song multiple times and I like it, awesome. But if I've heard the song multiple times that I don't really like, it's just kind of like, oh God, what's next?
Well, you know what the problem was? Like, Light Switch was good. Like, it's a good song, but
it is a good song.
I think he overhyped it on TikTok. He played it over and over again, and like, okay, I heard it, and then when he released it, I bought it, but like,
yeah,
like I played it once and that's it. I kind of forgot about it, and I think he just overplayed it. Like, you should have just played it once and that's it, and then have us wait for it till its actual release date. Because he played like little snippets of it, like newer like more of it, I guess.
That's interesting. You see, I'm old. I don't have a TikTok. Probably never will. So I didn't even know that he did this song on TikTok before it was released.
Okay, and then like, so it's different now, like for you.
Yes.
So
I heard this song and I knew nothing about the TikTok stuff behind it. But the more you know, the better.
So like, you were surprised that he released a song like that?
No, not really. I mean, I've heard of a lot of artists kind of like giving you a taste on TikTok before they release the full song, because TikTok is a massive platform, and if you give like 30 seconds or 20 seconds or whatever of music and people love it, they're going to be like, oh, I can't wait for the full thing to come out. It's like giving a trailer to an actual movie for a song.
Right. Yeah. I think, well, now you can actually record up to 10 minutes on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's the difference? Wait, 10 minutes?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't even think I would watch all 10 minutes of it.
It's like watching a YouTube video, and I can pause that.
Right.
With a TikTok thing, like, you have to commit to watching the entire thing, or else, like, it starts over. And I'm just like, could you not?
Like, I think...
I moved my finger.
I think 30 seconds is fine.
Also, I only know this because my partner has TikTok, and I occasionally scan over his just to see what he has, see what's going on.
Yeah, I think 30 seconds is fine, not 10 minutes. Way too long.
That's long.
Like,
that's like a commitment.
Yeah, like if we want to see more of that creator, I think you should just go live, you know? Because like right there, we'll watch it because like we don't know what you're gonna do on live, you know?
Exactly.
But actually, here's a good question.
Oh.
What do you think of like apps nowadays than when we were kids? Like,
well, I mean, there weren't really a ton of apps when we were kids. I don't know. I like most apps that are, I like a lot of the apps that I'm able to have access to, because a lot of them are just helpful to have around and good time killers, and some of them are just fun to have. And I don't see anything wrong with like the way technology is heading. I just see more of a fear of being completely codependent on technology to get through the day.
Right.
Because like I, have younger siblings, and they're able to be without a phone and be totally fine. But I don't know. I watched a woman take away her son's phone today at my job, and you thought she had just ripped out his soul-beating heart and crushed it in front of him.
Dang.
It's like the most spoiled, annoying thing I've ever seen.
I saw.
She's like, she took your phone. She didn't kick you.
Right. I saw. Okay, when I used to work at Best Buy, I literally like I sold these 2 iPhones to this mom, and I was like, "Oh, is it for you and your husband?" And she said, "Oh no, it's just for my 2 kids right here." And like they're probably 10, 12, 13, whatever. And I'm like, "Really? These kids are getting these phones? Like, my God, I didn't have these phones when I was like your age. I had flip phones. I had little keyboards. I had to click every time."
Well, I don't know.
Like
it is also a very different era from when we were kids, because
right.
I know a lot of teachers who do a lot of schooling online, and that requires an app, or there's a lot of teachers who, there's actually a homework app now that teachers have.
A homework
Or
what?
some teachers have, to where you can just sign, like, instead of emailing your teacher, you just send them what you did.
Yeah.
On the app. It's like, holy, when was that when I was a kid?
Right? If I could send stuff to you.
Yeah. Saved me a lot of time.
I know. Like, I think I had that when I was in my senior year. I had that option too. I didn't have it before.
I wish I had that option all my life, but whatever. And kids get all the advantages of today.
I know. Like kids don't even know how hard it was back then to do assignments and
No, it
everything
wasn't.
on Windows computers and printing things out on paper.
Oh, before laptops?
Yeah, like we had to print things out. Now you just email it.
You make us sound 40.
We're old.
No, we're not. We're in our 20s, mid-20s.
I know.
Well, I'm close to 30.
But
yeah.
But like each new thing that comes out every year, it feels like time is passing so fast. So it kind of feels it's new to us.
Like I'm outdated.
Yeah.
Speaking of outdated, your birthday was yesterday.
It was. It was my birthday.
How old you turn?
I turned. Okay. Well, I was gonna say guess, but you already know how old I am.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
How old?
I know how old. 26.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm a year older than you.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 26 now, and I turned 27 April 7th.
April 7th. Okay. April 7th.
Are you writing it down?
I should, huh?
Jesus.
I should. I'll do it right now.
I remember because it's the same day. You're March 7th. I'm April 7th.
Ben. Birthday. There you go.
Yeah, I'm old.
Put it in my calendar.
Woo. I don't know. I mean, I'm close to 30, and I'm kind of happy about being close to 30.
Oh my God, I don't want to be 30.
Why? My 20s were not the best years.
The 20s were my
we went
best
through COVID
years.
in our 20s. You really think I want to remember that?
We don't have to. Just remember things before COVID. Yeah, so tell me.
I was homeless for most of 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's remember that.
Yeah, I do remember that for sure.
Yeah. Why would I want to remember my 20s again?
Well, damn. Okay. Well, your 20s were rough then. Well, I was there a part of it, so.
Yes. I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for being closer to 30 because 30 is when we're planning to get married.
Ooh, the big 3-0.
Shut up.
Oh. I have to play this in. If you think 30 is a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
I had to play this in.
I don't know. I mean, to me, turning 30 is not a big deal.
1 second. There's an ad.
Oh, good Lord. Hurry up.
Okay.
Look, turning 30 is not that big a deal. Oh, really? Is that how you felt when you turned 30? Why, God, why? We're the deal. Let the others grow old, not me.
I'm not sure if you heard that. Did you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, yeah. It won't play because like you're on the phone, but I will put it in the podcast. But have you seen have you seen Friends?
Yep.
Okay, there's an episode where Joey celebrates his birthday, and he was like, "No, God, why me? Like, why am I 30?"
Oh, yeah.
It's like, let everyone else turn 30, not me.
I mean, to me, it's so dramatic. I don't know. I'm excited for my birthday to turn 30.
What? Okay, besides getting married, what are you gonna do when you're 30?
I don't know. I kind of hope to have more. Sorry, more of an idea of what I want to do for a career in my life. I want to be more established. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I've been working at shop now for a couple of years, and we're planning to move back to New Mexico in a couple more years. So
Nice.
I'll be closer to that as well. Because I really want to get out of Colorado. I'm happy here, but I miss New Mexico.
Okay, why do you wait? Santa Fe, or where?
Santa Fe.
Okay. So now I can actually bug you more.
Sure.
Do you really want to come here?
Well, I'll be busy living my life, so hopefully you'll be living yours.
Yeah. I could even show you TikToks in person if you think texts were bad.
Maybe not New Santa Fe. Maybe Albuquerque.
Yeah. Well, no, not Albuquerque. I think you should stay in Santa Fe because you're not gonna die the next day.
Accurate. Jesus, I'm not going to die next day. Thank you. Uplifting. Well, I think we're at the end of our time.
Yep. Okay. Well, this was fun. This was fun. I think this was a good episode.
Oh yeah. And remember, if you remember anything from the podcast, Santa Fe is safe. Albuquerque is.
Yeah, Albuquerque's scary. Like
It's not that scary.
No, it is in a way, but like I like Albuquerque, and there's much more stuff there than here. But if you want a very quiet town, come to Santa Fe.
Yeah, Santa Fe is very chill, very laid back. It is a very different vibe.
Oh yeah.
Albuquerque's fun and it's wild, but it's a lot.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just in the minority. I've never had a bad experience in Albuquerque.
Yeah, I haven't either.
But I know that people have, so who knows? Everybody's different.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Well, we'll end it here. Thank you guys so much for listening to our show. If you guys liked it, drop a like down below on our YouTube channel. Check out all the links down below as well. If you have any questions or want to leave a comment, leave them down below. And Ben, do you want to say anything else?
No, I just really appreciate you guys listening in and listening to us just yammer on and talk about life and everything. It's fun to do these, and it's always fun to have people listening, and hopefully you hear something that makes you laugh or cry, or hopefully just makes you want to keep going. That's it.
All
That's
right.
all I have.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next show.
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye.
Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.